Welcome to Steady Growth, where we build money, character, and resilience the same way. Small, steady, and on purpose. No hype, just honest steps that add up. Let's begin. Two families, same neighborhood, same kind of house, and on one terrible Tuesday, the same kitchen fire. Everyone's safe in both homes, that's the part that matters, and it's handled. But watch what happens next. The first family spends the next 4 months on the phone. They can't find the policy number. They're not sure what their coverage actually says. No photos of the kitchen, no receipts, no inventory. So every claim turns into an argument, every reimbursement a negotiation. The fire, it turns out, was the short part. The second family had one unremarkable folder: policy numbers, agent contacts, a 10-minute video walkthrough of the house on a phone, copies of the documents that matter. They filed in days, settled in weeks, and spent their energy rebuilding instead of searching. Same fire, same insurance company even. The whole difference fit in a folder, built on a boring Sunday afternoon in about an hour by people who'll tell you it was the highest paid hour of their lives. Today is about that hour. Welcome to the least glamorous episode on this channel, and quietly, maybe the one that protects your family most. Here's the truth nobody mentions. If you've been with us a while, you know we did the emergency fund early, the cash cushion that turns a crisis into an inconvenience. That cushion is layer 1 of 3, because a genuinely bad day, a fire, a flood, a hospital stay, a death in the family, doesn't just ask your family for money. It asks for information, fast, at the exact moment everyone's least able to find it. What's the policy number? Where's the deed, the birth certificates? Who's the agent, the doctor, the person to call? Every minute spent hunting is a minute added to the hardest day of someone's life. So picture it as architecture. 3 layers. The emergency fund is the cushion, money that buys time. The document folder is the map, answers that buy clarity. And insurance is the shield. It hands off the catastrophic risks you can't cushion your way through. A family with all 3 doesn't avoid bad days. Nobody does. They just move through them differently, as hard events inside a held life, instead of a held life coming apart. Preparedness, the way we mean it here, was never about fear. It's love filed in advance. Let's build the map first, because it costs 1 hour and $0. One folder, a real one you can grab, plus a digital copy somewhere secure, holding the answers a stressed version of your family would need. Picture it filling up. Copies of identification, birth certificates, passports, social security cards, the insurance summaries, page 1 with policy numbers and agent phone numbers, not the 40-page contracts, just the front doors to them. A simple list of your accounts and where they live. Institutions, not passwords. This is a map, not a key ring. Titles, the deed, registration copies. Basic medical information, medications, allergies, doctors, for each person. A short list of the people you'd call: family, neighbor, agent, attorney if you have one, and the single highest value item per minute spent. A slow video walkthrough of your home, narrating as you go. Open the closets, open the drawers. Because when an adjuster asks what was in the kitchen, a 5-minute video from last spring answers in a way memory simply can't. Then tell the people who'd need it where it lives. A folder nobody can find is a folder you don't have. 1 hour, 1 shelf, done. Now the shield, and one principle cuts straight through the whole confusing industry. Insurance exists to transfer catastrophic risk, the losses your family could not absorb. It is not for small stuff. That's what the emergency fund is for. Hold that lens and everything gets simpler. Picture a shield with 4 panels: home or renter's coverage. And let me speak to renters directly, because most renters skip it. Your landlord's policy covers the building, not a single thing you own, and renter's insurance often costs about what 1 takeout dinner a month costs. Auto, with liability limits built for a world where 1 bad accident can mean a life-altering lawsuit. State minimums are usually set for the state's convenience, not your protection. Health, always, in whatever form access takes for you. And life insurance. Listen closely because this is where the industry gets murky. If people depend on your income, plain term life insurance is the calm answer for most families. It's pure protection, it's inexpensive at healthy ages, and it does the one job that matters, replacing your income for the years your family would need it. Then the quiet upgrade. Because you have an emergency fund, you can choose higher deductibles. You're self-insuring the small stuff, and the premium savings often fund better coverage where it actually counts. The fund and the shield aren't separate tools. They're one system. One more piece, and it's the 5-minute task with the biggest stakes-to-effort ratio in all of personal finance: beneficiary designations. Your retirement accounts, your life insurance, many bank accounts, they pass to whoever is named on the beneficiary line directly. And here's the part that startles people. In general, those designations override your will. There are real cases, they make the news every year, of accounts going to an ex-spouse named 20 years ago because nobody updated a form. The will said otherwise. The will lost. So tonight, log into each account and just look. Are the named people still the right people? Is there a contingent, a backup, named behind them? Did the new baby, the marriage, the divorce make it onto the forms? And while you're in the neighborhood, if you have minor children and no will naming a guardian, that's the other conversation worth having. A basic will is one of those things that feels enormous and is usually simpler and cheaper than you fear. Write the date you checked it all in the folder. Then check again when life changes. Arrows pointed at the right people. That's the whole task. Now, let me level with you because you deserve the honest version more than the tidy one. 3 honest things. First, this industry has salespeople, and some of them are paid most for the products that fit you least. If a pitch leans on fear or wraps insurance around an investment in a way you can't explain back in one sentence, slow down. The calm move is never the urgent one. A fee-only advisor or a plain term quote makes a fine second opinion. Second, the right answer is right-sized, not maximal. You can over-insure, paying real money every month against risks your emergency fund could simply absorb, and that's its own quiet leak. Picture a scale, underprotected on one side, oversold on the other, the needle resting calmly in the middle. The lens, always, catastrophic risks get transferred, survivable ones get cushioned. Third, I haven't handed you state laws or magic numbers tonight on purpose. Coverage needs differ by family, and the specifics belong in a conversation with your own insurer or advisor, you holding the catastrophic versus survivable lens while they do the math. And one gentle thing, don't let perfect become the enemy of done. A folder with 6 of the 10 items built this Sunday beats the complete one you'll assemble someday. Boring work tolerates imperfection beautifully. That's part of its charm. So here's the whole thing to carry into the weekend. Nobody will ever compliment your document folder. It'll never be exciting, never be visible, never trend. And then one day, a day you don't get to schedule, it will quietly be the most valuable thing in your house, the difference between a family that's searching and a family that's already rebuilding. So claim the hour, build the folder, film the walkthrough, glance at the shield with the only question that matters. Does this cover what we couldn't absorb? And point the beneficiary arrows at the right people. Then put it on the shelf, tell the people who'd need it, and go back to your beautiful, ordinary life. Which is the entire point. Preparedness was never about expecting the worst. It's about loving your people enough to do 1 hour of boring work they'll hopefully never need. Boring is a superpower, and the calm it buys is anything but boring. If something here was useful today, the best thing you can do is use it. tonight in one small way. And if you'd like to keep growing with us, you're welcome in our tribe at familycreative.org. It's where we gather the tools and resources we build for people doing this on purpose, and where you can learn more, share what's working, and help someone a few steps behind you. That's the whole point. Small, steady, together. Be kind, try hard, do the work, build the family. We'll see you in the next one.